Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play 1001 Games. I'm your host, Gaming Jay, and we don't get to play too many Sega Saturn games on this channel. I mean, frankly, nobody gets to play too many Sega Saturn games because there were never really that many made. It wasn't a super popular system or anything in the grand scheme of things. It certainly has its fans, of course, but yeah, kind of an interesting system. As I recall, the way it worked was Sega was trying to get a 32-bit system out, and like Sega America came up with the 32X, and Sega Japan was working on the Sega Neptune, which they later renamed the Saturn. And basically the two products competed with one another, and people didn't know which one to get, and people didn't want to buy the 32X because the Saturn was around the corner, and then why would somebody buy a Saturn if they bought a 32X? And then there was the Sega CD, and it's like, you know, this, in addition to all the competition Sega was getting from like Nintendo and I think Sony around this time, it just sort of really screwed Sega over. So it's an interesting sort of case of doing too much. I actually do have a physical Sega Saturn that was gifted to me by a friend, which is totally awesome. But it just sort of sits on display. Most of the time if I'm playing a Saturn game, it's so much simpler to emulate it so I can record it properly with like really crisp visuals. So anyway, that's what we're doing today, Sega Saturn Bomberman. And here we have some dudes dancing. Oh, then they get crushed and killed. I will take it. Bomberman, of course, is a game that almost needs no introduction. It's legitimately up there, I would say, not totally with like the likes of like Mario and stuff, but you know, especially when we were kids, Bomberman was so popular and iconic that I think if they had kept pushing it and developing it, he could have remained a mascot that even to this day was super popular. But I think he's sort of, his star has faded, so to speak, in the sense of like, you don't really hear too much about new Bomberman games, but I mean, like they're making new Mario games all the time, you know, like just like Mario Wonder, right? Like there's new Mario games. There hasn't been a new Bomberman game, I don't think, in a long time, but anyway, I always enjoyed Bomberman. Bomberman was a game that I used to play after school in the computer lab with some friends. We had a version that somebody got off the internet that was written in QBasic. And me and some friends would sit around and like play in the computer lab 4-player competitive, and it was really fun. And then because it was written in QBasic, you could basically look at the source code, and we like to dabble in coding and stuff. So we started poking around in the QBasic code, and I think we made like some basic modifications. We didn't change anything too massive. We weren't that sophisticated at the time, but kind of makes me wish maybe I should try and hunt that down. The nice thing about the internet is it never forgets. So if you have some half-faded memory of something as a kid, with enough poking around, you can usually find it. Anyway, let's go ahead and start a normal game, 1 player. Let's do some Bombo. Now, this was a common thing that you used to see back in the day. So Sega Saturn was like a disc-based game, but I'm sure the gameplay for this is something you could have fit on a cartridge. So a lot of disc-based games would just fill up the extra disc space with video and audio. So it was very common back in this era to buy a video game, and the game would, like on disc, the game was like 50 megabytes, but they had like 600 more to kill for the CD. So they would just put like a whole soundtrack. So it's like the disc would be a game plus a soundtrack. Or they would have like, you know, videos like this. You know, they produce some cartoons or something and they would throw that on. I think they just didn't really know what to do with the extra space, so they were like, let's just try and do something, let's try and add some value, you know, in some way. I was gonna say, I feel like nowadays you don't see like full videos and stuff in games in the same way to just try and eat up space, but I mean, games do have like complex cutscenes and stuff. Sometimes it's rendered in the game engine, sometimes it's pre-rendered, so yeah, I mean, this definitely nobody's mistaking this for gameplay footage, but you know, pre-rendered stuff, depending on how they do it, it can look close to in-game footage, and then you can think maybe it was rendered with the game engine, even though it wasn't. But yeah, anyway, I don't know, some guys stole an ancient Sumerian demon monster, and the only way to stop him is with bombs in Hygeland. Alright, stage 1. You know what Bomberman also reminds me a little bit of is Q*bert. What's the bomb placing button? Alright, there we go. Usually you can only place one at a time. These are like, it's like mobile baths or something, or like little panda ice cream trucks are coming to kill me. Like that. That's that's the deep villain. I assume if I touch them, I will get injured, so I'm gonna try and not touch them. But I don't 100% know. There's a clown guy in there. Do we dare unlock him? What happens if we do? Oh, nice try, bro. You're dead. You're done. Oh, we got the thing too. Cool. This is always super satisfying. We place a bomb around 3 items and they all blow up at once. This one is less satisfying, the 2. It's always a deep disappointment when you have to place a bomb in front of just 1 item. Okay, so can I touch these? No, I can't. Okay, so you have to blow them up. I see. Now, normally there's power-ups to make your bomb explosions bigger, to let you place down. Like, I don't think I can do more than 1 bomb. No, I can't. That's a power-up you have to earn. You have to earn the right to place more than 1 bomb in Bomberman territory. Oh, and there's like a train that goes by and stuff. That's cool. Oh, God. I might have... Oh, man. I almost killed myself on level 1. You're trapped, buddy. Yeah, we got you now. Yeah, Bomberman is such a cool, simple kind of gameplay. So it reminds me a bit of... oh, no. Did I say Q*bert? I meant Dig Dug. It's sort of Dig Duggy in that you have to sort of like take out the train, and there's sort of bad guys that sometimes care about you and sometimes don't. But I mean, obviously the true fun of Bomberman was always the multiplayer, right? You know, like, and there was no Dig Dug. Although that kind of intrigues me now. I wonder if there could be like a Dig Dug deathmatch. And you like, you know, pump people up with bike tires through their buttholes or their mouths or whatever. Because you could sort of shoot that little bike pump. Oh, we're done the level. You could shoot that little bike pump in Dig Dug, and it would like just, I assume it would fly at such incredible velocities. It's like firing the end of a bike pump out of a gun, that it would like jam right into their throats or like, you know, into their butts, and then you would just inflate them until like they were huge and then they popped, which is like a terrible, gruesome way to go. It's like, it seems cartoonish and silly. It's like, oh, he inflated him till he exploded. You know, it's like, do that in real life and that's absolutely horrifying. I don't know. Dig Dug was not as peachy clean as it may seem from the get-go. But anyway, we seem to be at a carnival killing carnival goers. Like, these little mice seem to just be like, you know, going about their business. Like, we're blowing up ice cream. It's like we're one step away from being a supervillain, like showing up and just like mass bombing you know, an amusement park, blowing up panda ice cream trucks. Ooh, here we go. This is, now we can place 2 bombs. So you can go like this. I don't need to do it yet, but you could like double bomb it. Boom, you'll never get away from me, panda truck. What is over here, I wonder? Oh, it's just like a little... I thought this was like a Pac-Man style portal that would take me to the other side of the map, but I guess it's just a little hidey spot. Now the danger with Bomberman is eventually becomes so powerful that you can place so many bombs you can trap yourself, so you do have to kind of be careful that you don't do that. Because if you play... Oh my god, an egg. Oh my god, we're riding a pink dinosaur. It's a Yoshi! Bomberman was ahead of its time. It predicted Yoshi. Ooh, skates I think make you go faster. So that's cool. I don't know what the value of being on a dinosaur in this is. Oh, he can jump. Oh, that's cool. Okay. I see your value, little dinosaur. You place a bomb and then get the hell out of here. That's cool. I don't think I've ever seen it. So I know skates and bombs are pretty common. They're like the equivalent of like Mario's mushrooms and fire flowers, you know? They're like the basic Bomberman add-ons. Here, let's get fancy with this, right? And get out of there. And kill this guy. He's like, I just came here to buy a balloon. Oh god, Mom! Mom, I see the light! Somebody save me! Like, we got him. Bomberman to home base. We iced that mofo. That little rat's gonna be buying balloons in heaven from now on. But yeah, I don't know, like Bomberman back in the day. You know, Bomberman, Sonic, Mario, probably a couple others I'm not thinking of, but I think he could have been somebody. He had potential. He had potential. I don't know, what do you guys think? Was Bomberman as cool as Mario back in the day? Or cooler, maybe, even? I know that Sega's first attempt at a mascot was Alex Kidd. Oh god. Oh god. I don't know if I touch those guys if I'll get injured. I'm just assuming I will. I'm trying not to. Oh god. They seem very passive though. I'm literally placing a bomb next to them and they're showing me no ill will. So I guess I'm kind of a dick for what I'm doing. The clowns seem to have guns. So they're sort of like Joker henchmen, I'm guessing. Guessing is the backstory here. This is really a Batman game. Batman with bombs. I mean, Batman did have bombs in the Arkham games. In Arkham Asylum and stuff, he had bombs. But anyway, the gameplay here in the game that we're seeing... Oh, I think this lets you kick bombs, and this makes bombs go farther. So let's see if we can kick a bomb. Yeah, there you go. The kicking mechanic, that's a fun one, yeah. There's also, like, you can pick up bombs. That becomes a mechanic later on, sort of like Link in Legend of Zelda. Start picking up bombs. That's a bit of a game changer. But yeah, the gameplay here, I would say... oh, the kicking bombs too, by the way, was always something that you would use in multiplayer against your friends. You like place a bomb and like kick it across the screen to try and kill them. I like the hippo that's swimming around in there. That's fun. Oh, get out of here, rat. There we go. We got him. Get a bit more health. There was also, I think, a remote detonator. I don't know if that's in this game or it was just the Q-Basic one I played, but it's like rather than your bombs just sort of exploding after a couple seconds, they basically become C4, and then you have a different button you can press to detonate all of them. So you can place a whole bunch of bombs strategically around the level, and then when you're ready, like, you unleash hell. That was always cool. I'm trying to think of what else. There was something else. I guess just having a lot of bombs to place was always a big thing. Because you could just run through the level and go like bomb, 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 and then it's like they would, once one bomb explodes, by the way, if it hits another bomb, the other bomb will explode instantly. Yeah, so the second bomb blew up right away. So you can set off chain reactions and like carpet bomb the whole level. So that was always fun in multiplayer. But yeah, the game here, like, honestly, you know, not to belittle the game or anything, but like the game and the gameplay here, this could have been a Super Nintendo game, right? Like there's nothing that's happening here in terms of the sprites or the art or anything that's like so sophisticated. I mean, you could have, if you'd done the graphics down a bit, you could even put this on the NES. Like, this could be a Nintendo game, right? And that's what I mean about like these games that came out of this era. You know, like this came out on the Sega Saturn. This is supposed to showcase like the next level of gaming. And personally, I'm all for having more retro games on any console, regardless of its power. So it's like, this is cool that this exists. I love the art of this. This looks beautiful. Like, this is some great pixel art and all sorts of stuff. But truthfully, like, it's not necessarily all that next gen, right? Like, it is sort of what it is. Oops. Missed that guy. Come on, me bastard. We got you now. Boom. Oh, I thought he was gonna... Oh, we got him anyway. Alright, it all worked out. But yeah, it's interesting how, like when they were making games for the Sega Saturn... Oops. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I got hit. Wow. Oh, there's a pickle. Now this is like burger time, almost. Oh, these guys stamped the bombs out. Oh no, ice cream! I blew up ice cream. So the blue guys stamp out the bombs. That's curious. Oh, that was a rookie mistake. It's always better to place bombs at intersections, because bombs have reach and they can get like 2, 3. Oh, they got 4 things at once. That's pretty cool. Okay, so if they land on the bomb, I guess they kill it. But like... Oh. Hold on, I wonder... if we can actually, like, lure him over here. Ah, damn it. Those guys seem more complex to try to kill. Ooh, a hand. I think this lets me pick bombs up. Oh, there we go. Oh, God. Oh, a little parachute came down. Yeah, it's a very burger-timey with these bad guys. But yeah, Bomberman just reminds me of like an old school... Oh, we got him. We actually got him. So So you can't get those blue guys. They're just very tricky. So if we go like this. Huh. Oh, we got him. Oh no, he survived. Okay, well I don't need to kill. The thing about Bomberman is you don't need to murder. But yeah, anyway, so this game could have been released on the Super Nintendo, could have come out on the Sega Genesis. This could have been a 32X game. In fact, maybe it is. Although the title Sega Saturn Bomberman, it was just Saturn Bomberman. I guess gives me pause, makes me think this probably wasn't on the 32X. Ooh, we're fighting pirates now. I like how the levels are like big and interesting, and you know, it's not just always like a grid. You know, like Bomberman iconically is played on just sort of one big one-screen grid, but this we actually scroll around, there's environments and stuff. The mechanics are the same, but they're getting more sophisticated with it. Another thing Bomberman has always reminded me of is Super Mario Brothers Battle Mode, and if you don't know what that is, I have a video where I played it with my friend Brandon. It was, I think, I would argue still is one of my favorite Mario battle modes, although I haven't played it in years. But it was a battle mode. So Super Mario Brothers, the arcade game, the original arcade game, was sort of set up this way, and then in Mario 3 they expanded it to sort of recreate the original arcade game and give you a full battle mode. So anyway, look it up if you have no idea what I'm talking about, but it's very similar in that it's meant to be, ouch, it's meant to be a competitive, you know, friend versus friend video game. That's what Bomberman is always meant to be. But it's the Mario equivalent. So the Mario equivalent of Bomberman, check it out if you're curious what that would look like. But it's actually very cool. It's very neat. I quite enjoy it. Oh, I wonder what these do, if that'll fire a cannon. Oh, it does. Oh, I wonder if you kill those things that are swimming around, if you get like bonus points. We're gonna try it. Oh god. There you go, got that guy. Oh, you can just keep hitting the cannons. Alright. I thought you had to do it while there was a barrel there. Oh god! Uh-oh. Oh no! Do I have all my power-ups or no? I wonder. No, I don't! And can I kick things? Oh, I lost all my power-ups, damn it! That does sting, I'll be honest. I think I can still place multiple bombs, but I don't have the kick anymore, or the glove. There you go, getcha. Although my bombs still do seem to have quite a bit of range, so that's something. I like how there's like robot pirates up there. But anyway, yeah, so I feel like this is the kind of game that like you see put on a system that doesn't really showcase its full power. And then so they have to do things like, you know, put just pointless videos in the game. Like if this game didn't have the opening cutscene, right? It would still be perfectly playable. Perfectly playable, still very fun. Ooh, here's the roller skates, we'll get those. Oh, you know what the other mascot I'm thinking of is Mega Man. Mega Man and Bomberman, I feel like almost could have been in the same franchise. Like they're both mans, you know? And they don't look 100%, they don't look like they're so dissimilar, like they don't fit together. Although I guess Bomberman looks a little more like sort of a Japanese plushie, and Mega Man looks a little less like a Japanese plushie. If I had to, ooh, what's this, a vest? I'll take it. Lord knows I need it. Alright, crocodile pirate. As cool as that is, you've gotta die. Try and fire off some of these cannons. Oh, we're so close to getting that guy. Oh, we got him, but we died. I was so fixated on getting him, I actually wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. I killed myself. Okay. We definitely gotta try a little harder here. Okay, but anyway, I guess the point that I've been trying to make, and I keep getting sidetracked and dying and stuff, is that even back in the day, even back in the era of Sega Saturn, it's not like you needed the most powerful hardware to run the best games. And I have long said that I think ultimately, when it comes to video games, graphics, sound, all that stuff is interesting and nice, you know, but at the end of the day, it's the gameplay that makes or breaks a game. And games don't need the best graphics to have the best you know, to have the best experience. I mean, I'll give you an example. I mean, these graphics, by the way, these are very lovely pixel art graphics. I quite like these, and I think these are actually, as far as pixel art graphics go, fairly high quality. But one indie game that I enjoyed recently was Backpack Hero. And if you watched my video on Backpack Hero, you saw it was a great indie game. Tons of awesome mechanics, very creative, very inventive, very fun, very addicting. It's a great game. It's a great game. I only don't play it right now because if I started playing it again, I get goddamn addicted again, and I have so many other things that I need to do with my time. So that's literally why I'm not playing. It's nothing to do with the game, and it's all to do with the game is too good. But if you go and look at that game has, you know, pardon me, but worse graphics than what you're looking at right here. Like, in fact, I would argue that, you know, it's not like Backpack Hero looks terrible or anything. It actually has quite a bit of charm, and I really like the graphics in Backpack Hero, but they also feel like somebody who just sort of, you know, made them in MS Paint. And again, I don't mean to say like, oh, they look like trash. They look like good, but they just don't look this good, right? Like, these pixel art graphics are like polished professional studio pixel art graphics. God damn it. Whereas Backpack Hero looks like indie graphics made by, like, you know, people who are not amateurs, but they're not up to the like level of crazy polish that this is. That's all I'm saying, right? So if you followed me on that, what I'm saying is, I would say Backpack Hero has really, really good, solid, fun gameplay, and they did it without, you know, going to like the studio level tiers of graphics. And so that's my only point, is that, you know, I think ultimately, for me at least, and I don't know where you guys fall, graphics are nice, visuals are nice, you know, sound and like all that stuff is nice, but none of it is essential in my book to a great game. And some of my favorite games have clearly, you know, sort of, I'd say indie quality. Because again, Backpack Hero is not bad, certainly not bad. It has a lot of charm, and I like the graphics. But it is, you can also tell, like looking at this pixel art, like this is like studio level, like they hired artists, obviously, who were like very skilled, and like this is like crafted high quality pixel art. And Backpack Hero just isn't to this level. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, I don't know. What do you guys think? Where do you guys fall on the spectrum? I know there's some people who like really, really like that, like photorealistic or even like stylized. Doesn't have to be photorealistic, but it could be stylized like Borderlands or something like that. But, you know, I mean, good graphics, you know, are nice to look at. They're pretty. They're pretty. But I think around the time of the Sega Saturn and the PlayStation, you know, there was like a leap that occurred moving away from like the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis and like whatever, the 5th generation to the 6th or the 4th or the 5th or whatever generation it was, where like all of a sudden, once disk drives became unlocked for home consoles, there was like a mad rush to like really start to focus on graphics. And I feel like here's where some games started to emerge that like at the time were visually quite stunning, but may not have held up over time because like their gameplay was like satisfactory, or maybe not even, you know, we all got duped by like the amazing, quote unquote, amazing polygonal graphics at the time. And so it's just an example of, oh, what does this guy do? Oh, he runs fast. So if you do, also there's different kinds of dragons. Oh, that's cool. But yeah, I mean, there's always the case where sometimes there are games that are like so iconic at the time, and then you realize sort of in hindsight that you were largely being driven by visuals. And oh god. Okay, well, you know what? Dinosaur, easy cometh, easy goeth. We trapped ourselves there. Oh god. Okay. I think the ball characters are pacifists. I don't think they'll kill me if I don't give them reason to. So I'm gonna see if I can... Oh, never mind, we just killed one. That worked. I'll take it. Okay, what I've realized about these levels is you don't have to kill absolutely everyone. And sometimes it's better to just, like, you know, kill a few people and then get out of there. We've almost passed sort of Fairy Tale Island or whatever. We're working our way up this castle. Oh, Adventure Island. That's another Hudson Soft game. Hudson Soft, the company that made this very Bomberman. And their main character guy, I feel like he almost could have been like a Mario-style mascot in another universe. But yeah. And see, so when you do have sort of top-tier gameplay, like, I think Bomberman is pretty timeless gameplay, honestly. I think it's the kind of gameplay that, excuse me, you know, is independent of graphics. So even the Bombermans that don't look as good are still just as fun. But of course, it's a nice treat when they also look good and have style. So, oh, what's happening here? I thought we were gonna fight those robots. Oh my god! Castle Joe. That's cool. Alright, we're fighting a literal castle. Oh, and he eats bombs. Oh god. I think we might have gotten him. Oh, he just killed us. Oops. Okay. I'm getting some Zombies Ate My Neighbors vibes now with like the big giant like boss creatures. This game is like an interesting sort of hybrid of all sorts of things. While still... Are you serious? Is that how it ends? Can we continue? Please? Okay, I was gonna say... Are we just... Is it just game over at that point? No, okay, we gotta continue. Alright, let's get this guy. Lost Castle Joe. I guess I was just too... Oh no, I can only place one bomb at a time now? The continue took all my power-ups away. Are you kidding me? How are we supposed to get this guy now? We're like literally crippled. I think those balloons maybe, if I get the balloons, they'll do something for me. Otherwise, this is like never gonna happen. Okay, I guess placing the bombs kind of in here protects me. Like sort of placing them between these two things protects me because he's always gonna be ahead of me. So I kind of want to fire forward. I'm gonna try and get a balloon. Never mind. I don't think I've hit him once. Balloon! Are they power-ups? I don't know! Hey, he just ate a bomb. Balloon! Yeah, I can blow the balloons up, but I think I want to actually just get them. Ugh, I really want to place more than one bomb. Balloon! Oh, we got a balloon! What did it do? Wait, what happened? Okay, bomb. Bomb. Oh my god! Oh man, I think this is as far as we're getting in Saturn Bomberman. Like, without some kind of power-up, this is actually ridiculous. That was one thing I never liked about Gradius and those style of games, is like, it was so fun to get powered up, but then when you lost the power-ups, it's like you were just impotent. I mean, Contra was similar, but I feel like with Contra, your power-up was just a gun. Like with Gradius and Bomberman and stuff, it's like you collect cumulative power-ups and become gradually more and more and more and more powerful, so to lose them all and go back to nothing really sucks. I don't know how to fix that system, because it is sort of a key gameplay mechanic that allows you to gradually become powerful, but I don't know how to fix that. But yeah, I don't really like it. In Contra, I could deal with it more, because it's like, even if you had the spread gun and you died, you could get another spread gun with the next power-up. Like, it wasn't necessarily that hard. But with this, it's sort of like... sort of kind of feels like you need so many power-ups to become powerful again. I'm so weak right now. Like, I can't even hit the guy, you know? Although there, I kind of got him. Oh my god, what's happening? Well, he kind of cornered us there. Maybe that's the secret, is sort of getting near him and getting the bombs under his torso. You know what? I wish you could walk under him and you had to avoid his punches. That would be more fun. Having to avoid his whole body is like real tedious work. Oh, he just got us. Maybe you can walk under him, actually. I kind of walked under his arm. It was okay. Let's try one more continue here. Just see. Maybe there's a little bit of a stratagem we can employ here. I think that was a game on Star Trek The Next Generation that Data played some guy against and lost, and Data just assumed he'd win because he was an android. But then he lost. It's like beating a chess computer. It happens. Okay, spit out your balloons, bro. Here, eat a bomb. Maybe he has to eat bombs to get balloons. Maybe that's how this works. Nothing? I wouldn't mind a boss level where they like threw some power-ups at you once in a while. Okay, and now balloons. Here's another one. Yeah, that didn't... Fuck. Alright. Well, Sega Saturn Bomberman here. One of the games in the book, 1001 Games Just Play Before You Die. I think, you know, the levels have been cool. The pixel art graphics are amazing. Obviously, this game isn't going to use any of the polygonal capabilities of the Sega Saturn, but I think even on the most up-to-date systems, it is always nice to have games that focus on gameplay rather than graphics and that weren't just needlessly polygonal for no reason. I think there was a Bomberman that either we played or I know is in the book that actually is polygonal for kind of no reason, but I prefer Bomberman looking like this. Like, this is Bomberman in my mind, is sort of like the pixel art Bomberman. But yeah, it seems like a good game. Obviously, what the heck? Oh, we actually got him. Oh my god. What the hell was that? 3 continues on this boss. I never saw that mechanic. Give me those balloons. Balloons! It's frustrating because I feel like I might not be that far away from getting them. At the same time, I'm really far away. I'm never going to beat this guy. I think this boss is bullshit, and I think the fact they take all your power-ups sucks, so I might just be bad at Bomberman, but I do kind of feel like, as charming as I find this game, and as interesting as I found the single-player levels, I think this boss is badly designed, this boss battle. Maybe the balloons allow you to get power-ups or I'm missing something, but yeah, I think it's just a little bit of way too hard, and I'm sure once you get good at it, it's fine, but like, this is supposed to be the first level boss, and it's this difficult, you know, and it really cripples you, like if you're a new player. You know, once you lose the power-ups, you're crippled. But that aside, nobody's playing Bomberman for the single player. It's always nice to have a nice, up-to-date, sweet pixel art looking Bomberman to play with your friends and dominate them. So I do think that, you know, this probably has great multiplayer, and probably a lot of people who own the Saturn, who own this game, really enjoyed it and had a lot of fun with it. So, yeah, Bomberman for the Sega Saturn. I say check it out. I say it's a buy. But what do you guys say? I just got burned by flames. Let me know in the comments down below if you played this game, or you loved it, or you hated it, or what the case is. What's your relationship with Bomberman? And hopefully you guys had a bit of fun today. If you did, like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. And other than that, I will see you in the next one. So until next time, my friends, you all take care of yourselves. We'll see you soon. Peace!